Speaking of A-Rod, the Yankees were at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue today. Coach, that's an address you know, right?
I know it.
Absolutely. That is the voice of Craig Robinson, Barack Obama's brother-in-law. More on him in a moment. His brother-in-law was entertaining the Yankees today, holding up that number 27 for the number of World Series championships for the fellas in the pinstripes. And as always, President Obama was saying the right things.
Now, it's been 9 years since your last title, which must have felt like an eternity for Yankees fans. I think other teams would be just fine with a spell like that. The Cubs, for example.
I love that with a little zinger right there. The Chicago Cubs, of course, President Obama, a longtime White Sox fan. When we come back, the aforementioned Coach Craig Robinson will join us. He's got a terrific book out called A Game of Character that I'm holding up right here in my hands. And there is the coach there, almost 6'7" of him. And when we come back on the other side, Coach, we're going to have some fun with this. We're going to talk about the book and what it's about and your career and what life has been like. And but more importantly, people around here want to know, if you have your cell phone with you, could you get President Obama on the phone just like that?
Just like that.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's my brother-in-law.
That is street cred right there. I am really, really impressed. Back with the coach in a moment. Don't move. We're back with Oregon State basketball coach Craig Robinson. He's got a book out, A Game of Character, a family journey from Chicago's South Side to the Ivy League and beyond. On book stands now, been out for a week. Riddled with stories on the significant people in his life and those who have shaped him as to who he is today. He has been the boss in Corvallis since 2008, and he joins us in studio now. And boy, your first venture into this, huh?
Very exciting.
And as I understand it, this is pretty much, as I was leafing through it, this is an homage to Mom and Dad.
That's exactly right, Vern. It's a love story, so to speak, to my parents, and whose lessons, lifelong lessons, resonate not only on the basketball court or on the ball field, but in the boardroom or at the dinner table.
And just about I would think every third page, Michelle, your sister, the First Lady, is mentioned in there. You guys are, what, 3 years apart, is that right?
Yeah, actually, we're 20 months apart.
20 months apart, even
Yes.
closer.
Yes.
And so, how about it growing up with your little sis, huh?
You know, we were really close and remain close to this day, and I'm so proud of what she's doing, and it's you know, she's one of the people in the book I talk about who inspired me.
And we were teasing you in the break about being able to get the president on the line just like that. When your team is close, in fact, I think you had a game at GW. They actually came out and watched the game.
Oh yeah, the whole family came, the kids and my mom, and you know, you can see on camera my sister heckling me instead of the other team.
And there's some pictures throughout the year. They go, oh, look at that lovely picture. Now, you began writing the book, or you started even thinking about writing this book on the night of the Democratic National Gift when you introduced your sister. Is that right?
That's right, Vern. I thought I have to write this book before I'm not able to write it.
Okay.
And that I was thinking, boy, wouldn't my dad be proud looking down on his kids
Your
tonight.
dad, Frazier?
Yeah, and we were very fortunate to be in that position, and I wanted to write this as a tribute to him and my mom, and as well as all the other people who've inspired me over the years.
Now, one of the stories in this book involves the first time you met Barack Obama, and
Right.
I guess Michelle, but they were just dating. They were going to the movies, and they just kind of stopped by to say a little quick hello. And the over/under on this lasted, as I read, wasn't that long, huh?
No, my sister didn't have many long-term boyfriends. You know, they'd last about six to 9 months. But you know, my parents thought that this one might not last. I was hoping that he would, because I found him to be a great guy, and you know, the rest is history.
And a nice left-handed jumper, as you found out. You guys have played several times together, right?
Oh, absolutely. He is a player. He's a real player. So we have played quite a few times, and he probably plays more now than I do.
And during season, he actually He actually watches the Beavers. He will call you after games.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. He keeps an eye on the Beavers, and I'll get a jingle from him the next day when we've had a particularly good game.
Well, back to the book, because I know I know this has been out for a week, and it's been a hot seller, and you are speaking at Dominican University in San Rafael tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. What is it that you would like people to get most out of this book?
Well, you know, being memorable, that's what I was trying to get at when I was thinking about my dad. So again, this is the lessons in here are appropriate for the boardroom, the classroom, the dinner table, and the basketball court.
He goes from high school, college baller, then dabbles a little bit as a bond trader, and then back in college basketball, running the show at Oregon State. We've got about 10 seconds left in the show. I just want to thank you so much for just the few minutes that we have. Royalty, presidential royalty in the house right now.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, Vern. Thanks.